The Battle Royale genre is gradually becoming the new gaming trend, taking over zombie survival, and it seems to be multiplying with more titles including a Battle Royale mode, like Call of Duty's Blackout mode for example. But unlike the zombie survival genre, which is arguably still going strong, the Battle Royale genre won't last, and here's why. First off, let me start by saying this is all my own opinion and thoughts. This video is intended for discussion and not as fact. Now with that out of the way, on with the video. Although PUBG didn't create the Battle Royale genre, it certainly popularised it with its release, similar to the DayZ mod release popularising the zombie survival genre. With both games, many companies and indie developers immediately jumped on board the hype train and began creating their games and game modes. Or in some cases, just straight up copying the source. So you'd think history would repeat itself, right? Well, to understand what makes the Battle Royale trend so different, we first have to take a look at what makes them similar. They're both genres. A genre is a style of art, and you have them in all kinds of art, like books, movies, games, etc. It is your basic foundation and can be crafted into a unique piece. In the gaming world, developers will create games with similar core mechanics to the source, but still have a different experience. This allows for some games to fix any problems the source might have had. For example, the slow, realistic approach from PUBG and the faster, cartoony approach from Fortnite are vastly different, but are both at the core a Battle Royale game. So why does this matter? Because the core mechanics of the Battle Royale genre is flawed. Games are designed to feel rewarding and give a sense of achievement, to in the end provide an enjoyable experience. And some of the greatest games of all time do this really well. Battle Royale games, however, are unintentionally designed to make you mad and fail on delivering that consistent sense of achievement. Let's have a closer look at what makes them feel so unrewarding. Compared to the majority of PvP games, there's one significant difference to Battle Royale, and that's win ratio. The win ratio in Battle Royale games plays a massive factor in irritating players, and even professionals have a relatively low win rate. For people who are meant to be the best of the best, just look at these leaderboards. The top 20 players in PUBG are already close to a 50% win rate, and the top Fortnite players are already lower than 50%. If we compare this to Call of Duty's leaderboards, the majority of the top players have an above 75% win rate. This genre relies on luck. Hunger Games had it right, you need the odds to be in your favour, and boy are they not. If we take a typical 100-man Battle Royale and fill it with 100 players of equal skill, you will likely have a 1 in 100 chance of winning. And even if you are a skilled player, we've seen how effective it is. Even at best, in a full squad game, your squad still only has a 1 in 25 chance of winning. That means, on average, you would have to play 24 games before finally winning your 25th. Compare this to most other PvP genres with a typical 2-team game style, and your chances increase dramatically to 1 in 2. At worst, there are 4 teams, and in that case you still have a 1 in 4 chance of winning. That's a huge difference. And when the most satisfying thing in a PvP match is winning, you can see how quickly this genre gets boring. This super low win ratio causes this genre to feel unrewarding and aggravating. Couple that with the fact you've got 1 life per game, most of which you spend running around before being sniped, and you've got a recipe for disaster. Now, before you comment below, what about PvP survival games like Rust? Games that are essentially you versus the server. Let me explain how they get away with this and why Battle Royale can't. In Battle Royale, the objective is typically to be the last man or team alive, or in some cases just the last few survivors. So that means everyone but those last few has to be killed by someone without respawning, which if you're the one who dies is not fun. In most of these survival games, there is no real punishment for dying. You walk back to your base and continue whatever you may have been doing. Even if death is punished, causing you to start over again, you are less likely to die, even despite if the server can hold more than 100 people. There is no limit to the size of your team, nor a limit to when you can play, so the player base will often spread out and join forces where necessary, giving more of a you win some, you lose some 50-50 playstyle. Just take a look at these Steam charts. PUBG, since its launch, has dropped from its hyped 3 million players to around 1 million at best. Even the underdog Royale already sees a significant decline. Looking at any Battle Royale game on Steam proves people don't play this for very long. It's fun for a couple days, maybe weeks, but eventually almost everyone gets bored. Going back to the zombie survival and even survival genre, developers that have kept updating their game see steady amounts of loyal players, some also gaining more players as they continue to develop their game. In the end, I don't hate Battle Royale games, and I love all the exciting new styles and seeing how companies are trying to combat these flawed core mechanics. It's no lie the adrenaline you feel when you win a game is beyond winning in any other game, but I believe people are just enjoying the new concepts as they show up, slowly getting bored waiting for the next unique Battle Royale game, until ultimately, a new game genre is popularized, finally killing the Battle Royale modes.